All right. I'm so full. So full. It takes forever to switch to the game. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. 37. I know I can beat that. Alright, let's go. Well, let's just qualify in race fuel. Why not? Why not? Oops.
Sound resumed. Sound muted. Sound resumed.
There we go. Now I have headlights. Keep forgetting I set my mute button to that. Oh, I got a different livery this time. I have to warm myself back up to racing. After having inhaled some food. Which will not be good for my esophagus later. It will hate me. But man, did it taste good. My setup is nice and solid for around here, though. I keep forgetting to change the turn down the curb effect and the road effect a little bit. Just need to turn them down about 2% more.
Once we hit the end of this qualifying session, are we just going to kick it back over to practice?
Sounds good.
Actually, since it only has 15 minutes, well, it depends on how many show up during that time period. You know, if everyone shows up, I don't know if it's one more person or two more people that are coming up. But as long as if they get in here and put down some laps before the time expires, I guess we'll kick it over. But if not, then I'll just restart the qualify session.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, Drafter.
Howdy.
No! That was such a good lap. Oh, that was such a good lap. Dang it. That was so good. I was on it all the way around. Like, on it. Yeah. On the bright side, looks like I would have thrown it away there anyway. It didn't really matter. Ah. Just mad at myself. That was slow. It's like there is paving, there's like paving stones there that you can use, but they're objectively slower than staying on the tarmac. This car is just too fun to drive. It's not fair. It's so fun.
Can you bookmark servers in this game?
No, there's no bookmark feature. It
Oh,
has
okay.
a recently visited, I think, on there.
Oh, okay.
You can also
it's
just you can also just search for world, and it should come up in like of the 4 servers that it brings up.
Yeah, that's what I did. I don't mind doing that. I just wondered if there was a better way.
Just wanted to make sure he wasn't like searching all the way through, because that would be annoying. It should at least be a decent lap. It's gonna be slow though. Compared with that 35 I know I'm capable of. I really want to hit the 34s. Oh, that was a really good turn 1. Such a good turn 1. Not the best turn 2, but not awful. Paradox just locked in a 35.8.
Hey guys, I need to duck out for a couple minutes. Hopefully I can get back in time for the race.
Okay.
Kiddo.
Yep, joys of being on call at work.
Come on, this is another solid lap. I think this would put me in my wheelhouse. I still really want a 34, really badly. Well, that had to be good. Oh, 34.5! Yeah! And then, as usual, I do my quick lap and then immediately throw the next lap away. Oh. Whew! I got my 34. Unfortunately, if we reset, it doesn't matter. Like if wrestler takes more than 8 minutes and we reset, try to give him some time. What livery did I get?
Disconnected from your channel.
Oh, it's not bad. I really want to do a practice start, but I need to find a place where it's relatively flat but off the track. Oh, this might work. Nope. That's not anything. We'll give it a second and see if it resets, but it probably won't. We might have to Alt F4 rejoin and reset our lap. I wonder what the overall top speed of this car is. Looks like right around 499. Oh, 500. 506. 520.
I like this car.
Looks like 520 is
Yeah,
about
it's a
the
good
highest
one.
it's hitting.
Yeah, I figured you guys would like it.
Got a lot of good feedback.
Nope. So you got all type 4. Oh well. Sometimes it happens. So just for reference, on the outside of turn 2, there's a little hole in the tire barrier. Don't go through there. There is no terrain past that, and you will just fall forever. I was like, oh, that looks like a nice, easy, out-of-the-way place to practice some starts. I would save my lap time. That's cool. Didn't think Assetto Corsa did that. I guess I'll have to try and do them here instead. We're saying easily just floor the whole, just floor it and the car just takes it, so. There's no worry about starts, alright. Oh my word. My allergies are going crazy after what I ate. So it's interesting, on the bottom it says my time is still there, but it shows drafter as a purple and at 141. So that's odd. This car is legitimately super fun around here. Still a shame that we only have like 5 total people, but and that's assuming Rustler gets back in time. I definitely want to set another time though, just in case. I have a pretty strong feeling, considering my time is green over there, that it isn't actually registering my 34.5. As far as I know, Assetto Corsa does not keep your time when you exit and come back in. Now it's way too bright.
My Z1 keeps crashing for some reason. I wonder if there's something in this mod that it doesn't like.
That's possible.
I don't usually have that problem with it.
What's your Z1? I'm not familiar.
The Z1 dashboard.
Oh, okay.
Just, yeah, telemetry.
This is not going to be the best lap. Try and have a better one next lap. Or I'll do a 34.5. Alright. Didn't feel like all that great of a lap. Evidently it was even faster than my previous one. So that's a thing. God, this car is so fun to push. Really slid through that corner, holy cow. That corner's really right on the edge. I don't know what my brain was reaching for there. That seems to be about the best way to take that corner. The most consistent way. Had to get real hard on the brake pedal to keep it from sliding around. That was a decent save. Normally I would have to scrubbed off a lot more time.
Everybody feel like they've gotten a good qualifying lap in?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I haven't had enough practice to be that good. So yeah, we can go green whenever.
Whatever works.
Really sucks for Rustler, but it happens. I'm just happy because normally my qualifying sucks. If I'd been able to keep it on the ground there, I think that could have been the lap. Oh, I still went faster. Alright. Oh. I'll take it. 34.
Oh, we got 20 laps of racing?
Yep.
I thought it said 12 on the site.
We'll go safe on our fuel. I just realized that was with the default setup also, so I'm going to leave it on that. Just throw fuel at it.
Oh, for some reason it's got me starting in the pits. That's strange.
It's done that to me once before, and I couldn't figure out why.
At this circuit or a different one?
Different place.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the pits now too.
Do we want to try and restart it then?
Yeah, let me
Sure.
try that.
Because it puts you really far behind if you start from the pits.
Yeah, I can't. I think I know what I did wrong. I didn't hit drive. What an idiot. All right, I got it now.
Yeah, me too.
Yay! Because yeah, if you start from the pits in Assetto Corsa, you have to wait till everybody's like through the first corner, and then it'll finally let you start going in pit lane. It's a real big penalty.
Well, I was able to go as soon as it turned green, but yeah, still kind of far back.
Oh, that's interesting. That must be different per track then. Because when I got it, it was in
Maybe.
Silverstone, and I went out like 2 corners behind everybody. It was awful.
Turned into hot lapping it.
Right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Exactly what I did not want to do. I just did so little practice on cold tires, and particularly into that first corner. This is not a place where you really want to try and pass. Not a fan of sticking the nose down on the inside in that corner on the first lap.
I got caught up in the draft.
Oh. One bad thing about the default setup is it's a little bit touchier from the rear than the changes I made. We have plenty of laps though, I don't have to make it all up at once. Slowly eke our way back up to his bumper and then give him a run. Oh man. Car definitely feels a teensy bit different when you fill it full of fuel, or double the amount of fuel in it. Just takes that little bit extra braking at that point. And it's still such a fun car. I tend to leave myself a little bit extra room on the outside of that corner. Because if you don't, if you get it wrong, there's just nowhere left to go. Not sure if Ken found pace since qualifying or if I lost it. Oh, he found pace. He was not in the 34s in qualifying.
User joined your channel.
Oh, that's not ideal. Poor wrestler. He only missed it by a couple minutes.
You guys already start?
Yeah, we're on lap 3 though. You guys feel like it's too far in to restart?
Not at all.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I'm gonna restart then.
I'm flying now. 34.3. Holy cow.
Just realized I never got a long fuel run in to figure out how much fuel I'm going to need.
More than the default.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
but-
tossed in 40 to be safe. But I think technically you only need like 36, 35, 36.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, the default has nothing.
Yeah.
34.3, baby. Ah. I get another chance to not screw
I
up the
was
start,
starting to get
hopefully.
way behind anyway. Made a couple mistakes.
Yeah, the grass here can really suck a lot of time out of you. With just the tiniest little oversight.
Yeah, and you want to stay off the curbs as much as possible too.
Hey, we still got about the same start. Same thing, dang it.
Unreal.
You think I would learn something? Oh, that's funny. Basically did almost exactly the same thing. And it just gives him the lead. I mean, on the bright side, I know for a fact I can hunt them down, particularly if I'm pumping out 34 threes. But on the downside, the more laps we do, the more practice he gets. To try and get those faster lap times in also. That corner's real fun. It's like right over that hill, the car unloads and you have to accelerate hard. Oh, excuse me. Alright, now the same thing as last time. So I'm going to get my tires into a good heat range over these first 2 laps. I can really start to push hard. Oh, I think Rustler had an off. Oh, went way too deep. You miss that downshift, it's hard to recover. 'Cause the car then just wants to push. This is such a good combination, though. Hey, Jackareeps. I said, very similar to last time. I'm taking that lap nice and easy, just sort of taking what the car will give. Then this lap, we'll start really pushing. Did you do a 35-34 flat? I think he might have. I think Ken might have found a little bit extra. Oh, that's so bad. I don't think I did that at all in practice. Ugh. I have to try and figure out how in the world to get by drafter and then try and race back up. Ah. I shouldn't have said restart. I should have said it wasn't okay. It's all falling apart. That sucks. Ken is real far ahead now. Oh, drafter made a mistake.
Whew.
Such a thin track.
Somehow saved that one.
Oh. Whew. I got some time to make up now. Reason all the road and then some. Oof. I also have not done any long runs, so I don't know how the tires wear. It's entirely possible that the tires wear really harshly, and then I'm gonna have nothing left at the end. But I don't really have a choice now. I mean, I have to try and catch up with Ken.
Meanwhile,
only
Ken is
option.
just gone, walking away from it.
Nice win, Ken. You got this.
Yeah. Oh, my mistake's coming. You wait for it.
And I'm gonna do my hardest to catch. I mean, it's only lap 4. There's plenty of time. Oh, that was so much better. I don't do any drifting, but from the amount of drifting I see done, it's one of the better games for it. Oh no, oh no. I got real loose under braking there. That was not pleasant. Not felt that before from it. I think I've made too many mistakes already. And we'll see what we can do, but I've made a lot of mistakes already. A wild rustler appears.
Yeah, I just can't get through that corner cleanly.
Oh no.
There's a lot of tough corners where you're right on the edge of grip around here.
Yeah, it's a good track.
You need to stop being so aggressive at that first corner.
Yeah, just lose the back end coming out of it.
Whew. That corner is probably the most fun around here. It's the way it just flings you out of it, and then suddenly you lose all of the banking that normally helps you. I'm holding the wheels so tight, I have to keep letting my hand loose a little bit. Use the throttle a little bit to pull it through the last half of that corner. It's dangerous, but it's fast. Bit too late on the brake there. It's gonna cost me some time. I've not gotten back to my pace I had before. Didn't use all the road there. I keep locking them up into that corner. That's gonna bite me on lap like 18 when I don't have the same tires I should. Well, the tires don't seem to wear at all. Hey, Plex. I mean, all four of mine still show at 100%. Unfortunately, Ken is keeping the gap exactly where it's been the whole time, right at about 7 seconds. So if he avoids making mistakes, I'm not sure I can hunt him down. That was a much better exit there. Gap still isn't coming down at all. I mean, he's putting in faster laps than I am. Oh, Paradox just did a 33.8? What? Evidently he found that little something he was missing. That's the best that corner's felt. Really, really stuck to the bottom. And that 33.8 is a hell of a lap. I bet he wishes he had that in qualifying.
Yep, found a hole in the world.
No.
See how long it takes you to reset back to pits.
The one I found in practice never reset me.
I think I just found the same one. Right after the first turn. Oh, there we go.
I just did my personal best, but it's half a second off the overall best. I had to hold on to that. Holy cow. Whew. I'm working so hard and I'm not even gaining on Ken. Like, that's always the worst feeling when you're pushing so hard. And getting the best that you've gotten out of the car, but it's still not enough. Ugh, it just hurts. I mean, on the bright side, Paradox did not follow his 33.8 with another 33.8. So whatever magical thing he found on that lap, he was not able to replicate. On the downside, I'm pushing too hard in too many places. Trying to find that extra little something that's causing me to go slower everywhere. So I need to pull it back a little bit. And stop doing stuff like that. That's quick, but exceptionally dangerous. Again, it doesn't quite look like it, but those are paving stones on the outside of that first corner, which is why you can keep your speed when you go over that curb. Hey, still just pulling away. Basically, the laps that I make mistakes, he makes either no mistake or a smaller mistake. I still love this car and this track, but I'm not sure I can get it done. Again, especially if I'm doing stuff like that. I mean, that just drops 2.5 tenths basically for no foreseeable gain. Just going too fast through a corner. Plex is trying to rhyme.
You know, at this point, I'm just thankful I haven't taken anyone else out with me.
Well, I mean, if you want to give Ken a love tap, I wouldn't complain.
Right?
He's got to catch back up to me first.
Oh, I've had a couple moments.
Yeah, but have you fallen through the map yet?
Now, if this was Need for Speed, I would have to have a handbrake assigned to something. Yeah, that's the first time I've gotten cleanly through that corner in 4 or 5 laps.
Am I keeping the pressure on you, Mark?
I'm just trying to keep the gap ahead as low as possible, but it keeps growing no matter what I do. I didn't even realize until you said that you were gaining on me. Oh, man. All those little mistakes. And again, when I race clean, I'm faster than I've been. Just a matter of keeping it clean. It's just... It's right on the edge of being too much. Like, it's literally just millimeters from throwing me sideways instead. Either being very fast or sliding off into oblivion. Just that razor thin edge between the two. And it's so risky, but there's so much speed to gain by riding that edge. It's so hard not to ride it. Oh, that was a good last corner. Come on, these are the types of laps I need. 33.6, baby. Fastest lap. Whew. Yeah, this is a mod version, so it's not. It's obviously not as pretty, and it's not as well done as the Project Cars version. But this is also the version without the chicanes. God, even with that 33.6, I can't. Like, I knocked a second out of Ken's lead, but we're on lap 13 of 20. I need to do that every single lap, and this current lap I'm on is slower by a very significant portion. I think that's Rustler. Oh, this is not a good place to catch somebody. I tried to leave you room. That's a terrible place to catch you at.
Yeah, I noticed. Try to let you by and suddenly I'm out of road.
Whew. Even with as much sliding as I've done, my rears are only at 99. I love these tires.
Hope my game doesn't freeze. It keeps pausing every so often.
Yeah, mine did too.
Oof. Unfortunately, I'm not looking at what lap times Ken is setting, so I don't know if I'm faster or how much faster. Ooh, that was the best I've taken that corner. That's probably one of my favorite corner sequences. A little early on the brakes that time. We got a good exit out of it. So I'm still in the 33s, he's in the 35s. But again, I think I'm just out of time. Got 6 laps left. I don't know if I could do it, but I'm sure as hell gonna try. That's what I don't need to do.
Nice lap, Hamster.
It's such an important thing. There may or may not have been lots of sideways action on that lap.
Mostly black stuff.
Oh yeah, almost all on the tarmac, just lots of sliding. God, this car is so fun! Again, I think the nicest part is how forgiving it is. You can make those small little mistakes and recover from them. It's not the lap I needed, though. It's still faster than Ken's, but not enough. Getting better at that second corner, at keeping speed through it anyway.
Dave just threw down a 33.
Did I really?
Yeah, you've done at least
88.
you've done at least 2 of them. You were the first one in the race into them.
I'm just trying to be as consistent as I can.
Oh, I almost missed that 4th gear downshift. It's gonna cost me some time.
Sweating like a pig over here. I think the heat's too high.
Yeah, I dropped a lot of time in that last sector. Still right on the edge of 33s. Oh! Well, that was a sexy first corner. It was slower, but that was a sexy one. I'm railing Ken in. I'm just running out of laps to do it. Yeah, that's what I need to not do. Now my rears are at 98. They're going to start slipping a little bit more. Oh wow, that cost me a lot of time. I'm almost a second down on myself. I think I can see Ken now, though, finally. Might finally be starting to struggle on his tires also. Come on. It's so I've taken away so much of the gap. Just have that little bit extra to do now. Whoa, that was close. Took a bit extra grass there. Uh-oh. Rustler's lagging a little bit. This is not an ideal place to catch him, because he's probably going to be slower than me in this corner. Up here.
Oh, come on.
Game just locked up. Again, video.
Oh, that sucks. I was hunting you down too. That was going to be an amazing finish.
I saw that.
Oh, that sucks.
I can still see you. I think that's you anyway.
God. Yeah, he's not very far behind. Uh-oh. That's what it feels like. Driving real hard. He's not that far back either. My car is still trying to give him the victory here. Holy cow. This car is just so much fun.
Sorry about that.
Rustler's trying so hard to not be in the way, while at the same time trying to keep his speed up as much as possible. Whew. Wonder if my fastest lap stood.
Nice win, Hamster.
Yeah, it's a shame Ken had that lockup on his computer. That would have been... that was shaping up to be one monstrous finish.
Yeah, I was doing some math in my head there trying to figure out at that rate how many laps I had left.
I was just having to give it everything it had left. Those tires are... oh, that car is so fun. Oh, man.
Yeah, I got down to 98 on the back and 99s on the front.
Yep. And right as the rears ticked over to 98 is right when it just lost that tiny bit extra from the back that made it a little bit trickier. But it also opened up, at least for me, opportunities to slide a little bit more.
Yeah, just carry a little more speed.
Yep. Oh, man. Is there a way to see fast?
Yeah, nice win, Hamster.
Yeah, good win.
Whew.
I couldn't even keep it on the course at all.
When I was following you, you didn't look like you were doing too bad, except when you tried to get out of the way and then the track is pretty thin.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how the whole thing went. Just a lot of back-end sliding. I think what it is I was trying to trail brake too much just out of instinct, and this car can't trail brake at all.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't like it all that much. But conversely, you can get on the power really, really early with it because it's fairly planted from the back.
Yeah, that's what I found too.
Yeah, you're right, guys. I managed 133.8 on lap 7.
Nice.
Oh, 133.6.
I suppose I should retire to pits. I threw my car into the pit wall and broke the engine, so I'm just sitting here.
Oh.
I just came out of that last corner, floored it, and said, "Okay, we're done," and straight into it.
You can only see your own
Good
times.
stuff, guys. Thanks for setting it up, Paradox.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you bet.
I don't know what I'm going to pick for next week yet, but you know, chime in if you think you've found a combo that you want to try.
We're definitely keeping that replay.
Yeah, I'll probably be absent next week. I'm traveling beginning of the week and I don't know if I'll be home in time.
Okay.
I've got a little more time this week too. I should be able to give a couple of suggestions.
Cool. Awesome.
Use that Pitboard app today, and yeah, it works really well. It's pretty
User
cool.
disconnected from your channel.
I know.
When you cross the start finish, you get a big pit board showing your place and how far back you are from the person in front of you and how far ahead you are from the person behind and your lap time. And then after about, well, I don't know, a turn or two, it goes down to really small. You can still see it. And then about, I don't know, maybe halfway through the lap, it disappears.
Oh, neat.
User
I'll have to
disconnected
try
from your
that.
channel.
Yeah, it's good info when you're racing for sure.
I think I just figured out what my suggestion is going to be.
The Ginetta wear.
Oh, not the Ginetta. You'll see. It'll be a secret for a day or so.
Right on.
Probably an F1 car at Nordschleife, right?
Ew.
Yeah, 2002.
I do love that F2002, but not there.
I haven't had a chance to try it yet.
Ken, do you have all the DLC?
You have to
For
tell it.
Assetto?
You have to tell it to
Yeah,
save
I've got
Rustler.
the full package.
Yeah, same here. I'm not sure everybody does at World Racers, but I know Hamster and I do, but not sure about the rest of the crew there.
Okay.
But I love running the GT86 at Nordschleife on the tourist layout. I've been having a blast with that there.
It's a real good car to drive.
Yeah. Anytime I just feel like driving in Assetto with other people, I just hop on a random server that has that combination, and for the most part, people stay clean as long as they don't get too impatient behind me.
Braking for this is actually really hard.
If you want real clean racing, look for what's called servers that are running minerating. What it does is it keeps ratings of people, collisions and that kind of stuff. And they can set their servers up. They have, I think, A, B, C, N, and D. And N is new, so you've never been rated. D is you're done.
I was gonna go ahead and hop off there, since they're just discussing stuff I already know. Oh, alright. That was interesting. Didn't know it reset me like that. Oh, I don't feel embarrassed, Rustler. I mean, first things first, everybody starts somewhere. Second thing second. As long as you actually enjoy yourself, then it doesn't matter what you're doing or what it looks like. And again, as far as I could tell, you didn't take anybody out, I don't think anyway. This thing has no grip off the off track. Yeah, when you have a race like that, sometimes just throwing it in the wall at the end can feel real nice. I've done that many a time in iRacing. Like, oh, the race is over? Just throw it into the wall, first wall I see. The highest speed I can do. This car is so stupid. I love it. Just has stupid amounts of downforce, stupid amounts of grip, stupid amounts of power. It's just making stupid amounts of fun to drive. Oh yeah, the G-forces alone would, I mean, you would have to wear a flight suit just to drive this thing with the G-forces it would produce. But in all seriousness, I will probably suggest the regular version of this car, not the Step 1 around this track, because I think that could be a fun combo. I might not get to it right away, but I think we could eventually get to it. I mean, I would personally love to race this version, but I don't think very many others would really enjoy that too much. God, just look at the downforce it has. With the speeds you can take these corners at. It's just unreal. Oh. I mean, the G-force in that last corner alone would be insane. Max speed, I have no idea. Probably 400 something. Obviously kilometers per hour, 400 something. But very high. Oh, just wait till I show the replay. Watching this thing from outside is insane. Like, the toughest part of this car is just keeping up with it mentally. Keeping up with what it can do. I mean, you can just compare it with the race I did yesterday. Right? But again, it makes it so fun. I mean, look at that. I turned it at full speed, it's stuck. I love it. Just flat out. Also, the bumps actually make it pretty tough around here. You have to choose when to accelerate. Now, with the amount of downforce this generates, it's not going to leave the ground. Ever. Whatever speed the downforce starts to take effect is the speed at which this car could probably drive upside down. This corner sequence is my favorite. I mean, just look at that. And again, compare that to what I was doing in the Viper yesterday. It's insane. Ah, that was a decent lap too. Phew. Alright, now we gotta watch a couple of those laps. So you can see just how crazy this car actually is. It's so awesome. I mean, the cameras almost can't keep up with it. That hairpin's actually really tough because you have to slow down, way down. This car does not want to go slow. It wants to go fast. I mean, the other thing is in-game it has experimental tires, because there's real tires would not be able to take the forces. Well, current tire technology would not be able to take the forces it generates. I mean, that sequence of corners is just insane. And the grass slows it down so much. That looks so awesome. It just takes off into the corner like it's nothing. Actually, we should be able to compare what lap time I get in this thing. I'm guessing it's going to be about a 126 is what I'm going to guess. And I didn't look at all at what the lap times I was actually setting. I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere around there. It just looks so awesome. I do want to test the regular version around here real quick, but I want to let it finish this lap. One of the cool things is the car sounds quite nice from the outside also. Now you can follow, I mean, think about a 22-year-old. They have the reaction times to definitely drive it. Hey, 22. I wasn't that far off. But compare that 22 to what I was doing in the Viper, which was 202, 203s. So, just a teensy bit faster than a GTE car. Just teensy bit, you know, like 38 seconds a lap faster. Oh, I do genuinely have a feeling that the regular version here will probably feel pretty good around here. We'll see. I'll suggest both versions because I would love to drive the crazy thing, but I think this one is much more reasonable for most people. It's still very fun to drive also. And it still generates a bunch of downforce, but not anywhere near what the other car does. Or the other version of it does. And it doesn't have anywhere near the same power. It's a really good version of Sebring, by the way. I can break it the normal GTE points. I mean, so that's the thing. It almost feels, power-wise, this car feels very similar to. Oh, you literally can't just get stuck in the grass. So maybe I won't recommend it at this track. If you literally get stuck in the grass. Because that's not too great. But I do want to drive this car against other people. I don't know if anybody will bite for the combination, but... trying to think of what a better track would be. Because again, this track is fantastic, but if the grass just literally pulls you to a stop and you can't get out, that sucks. That means if you make a tiny mistake, get caught in the grass, and you just lose all of your lap progress up to that point. And that's way too punishing. Which again is a shame, because this is a fun combination. Not sure why they made the grass that way. Oops. Alright, so let me think. If Sebring isn't going to work, what track would? I mean, obviously any F1 track would work, but I mean, it feels amazing around Sochi, but I think that's going to be boring for a lot of people. Spa would be a little too crazy. Surfer's Paradise is a little too flat for most people. It'd be fun around Valencia. It'd be real fun around Valencia. I don't think it'd be very fun around Monza, because it's just out and out straights, which aren't very interesting for it. I think it would be glorious around the Indian Grand Prix circuit, but I have a feeling not very many people like that track, even though it's a great track. Around Detroit. I wish San Francisco was in here. Can you imagine that S1 around San Francisco? Ooh, boy. That would be a heck of an event. Bahrain wouldn't be too bad. Bathurst would be too crazy. Actually, Albert Park would be really, really good with that car. I mean, by the way, if you're curious as to the differences, so the standard one, same weight, 615, 630 horsepower, 40 newton meters of torque in the normal one. This one, 1500 horsepower, 700 newton meters of torque. So you more than double the power from 630 to 1506, and you almost double the torque in the same car. And it just said there the top speed is 450 kilometers an hour. So if you took all the downforce off, that's the best it'll do. But it is a beast of a machine. I'll probably do like 2 laps around here and make sure it's a decent fit and that there isn't anything crazy, and then I can suggest it. But I mean, you imagine it's got a power to weight ratio of 2.4 to 1. By comparison, an F1 car is what, around 750 kilos, and they have... Actually, was that 450 pounds or kilos? Boo, 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 boo. Okay, so let's say it was it 630? Now I'm curious, was that pounds? Okay, it is kilos. Because I was going to say, if that was in pounds, that would only be 280 kilos, which would be a literal insane weight to horsepower ratio, power to weight ratio. Because again, if that was 615 pounds, that would mean it would be 280 kilos, which would mean the power to weight ratio would be 7.5. What? Oh, that would be literally insane. Okay, so by comparison, so this has 1500 brake horsepower. The current F1 cars generate about 750 horsepower, and they weigh around 700 kilos. So they have a power to weight ratio of a little over 1. So the fact that this has a power to weight ratio of around 2.4 tells you how ridiculous this machine is. So actually, power to weight ratio wise, this is actually really, really close to an F1 car. 630 to 615. Because that's about 1.05? Something like that. It's a little over 1.0. But that being said, when the Formula One car is discharging its ERS stored, I think it actually generates closer to 1,000. I think it generates about 930, I think they said. When it's discharging full 100% of the battery in like a millisecond. And then what they actually discharge at, I think it adds like 70 brake horsepower, so like 830. That sounds about right. Which that would put their power to weight ratio of around 830 to 700. 1 point. A little under 1.2. We'll call it 840 and make it exact 840 and 700 and it'd be exactly 1.2. But still, 1.2 compared with 2.4. It's, you start to sort of, and the immense amount of downforce that this thing generates, and you start to sort of see why it's so insane. I'll do some testing later, though. I don't want to sit here and test and blather on all night. So, anyway, for today at least, I am friggin' pooped. That was a day that wore me out and a half. That race at the end was super fun, though. So, let's see. Tomorrow will probably mostly be R Factor 2 because I need to practice for the IndyCar race tomorrow night, which I have done 0 practice for. So I'm going to be doing a lot of practice for that tomorrow. We'll see if we can't figure out some sort of setup stuff on that IndyCar to try and get it to not control like a horrible pig. So we'll definitely try and do that. But either way, that race was a ton of fun. It's a shame that Ken had that lockup, but because I think I would have caught him right towards the end, and it would have been an epic race. But either way, it was a super fun race. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself. And as always, thank you all very much for stopping by. I will see you guys later.